Friends, welcome to this special episode of Kevin at 7. It is Wednesday. Like win today, wins day. It is the day to get wins in your business and your life. But most of you are not getting enough wins. And most of you are not getting enough wins because you have a scarcity mindset. You believe that there is a scarcity of opportunity. And that is total BS. So how do you move from scarcity to abundance? That is the conversation that we're going to have today on this special episode of Kevin at 7. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. As you come on, make sure that you post where you are. Like Adam from Salt Lake City. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Glad to have you guys on. Make sure you post the city and state or province or country or something that you're from. Welcome. Excited to have you on this morning. Good morning, Al from New Hampshire. Amy from San Angelo, Texas. Awesome. Angie, Kevin, SC here. I'm guessing that's somewhere in South Carolina. Jennifer from Sandy, Utah. Good to see you. So Angie, is that where, like in Clemson in South Carolina, the national champions, football national champions? Tanika from Columbia. Good morning. Thomas from Ukiah. Eric Gardner from Salt Lake City. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. Brian Alonzo from Brooklyn. Rahul from India. Angie from Myrtle Beach. Yep. Awesome. Bonnie from Port Charlotte. I was wondering if you were going to make it, Bonnie. Good to see you. Don from San Francisco. Paul Murphy from Huntington Beach. Hey, Paul. Good morning, Florida. Amanda, good morning. Jim from Kuala Lumpur. Simon from Denver, Colorado. Yes. Good to see all you guys. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so let's just talk about this. Let's get into this thing. Here is your message for today. For today's Kevin at 7, it's Wednesday. It is the day of winning. And every day for you should be Wednesday. Like this is the day that you win. Hey, Robert from Houston, Texas. Good to see you. Saida from Manhattan, New York. All right. Welcome, Leonardo from somewhere. Cherie from Northern California. Nice to see all you guys. Mr. Kumar from India. Shambhu. Raul from San Diego. Patrick from Las Vegas. Elaine from Greeley, Colorado. Awesome. It's good to see you guys. Okay, so here's the message. There is never a scarcity of opportunity. Everybody understand? Hang on one second here. I got to mess up here. There we go. There is never a scarcity of opportunity. Ever in the history of the world. There is never a scarcity of opportunity. There is only a scarcity of vigilance, of awareness. And 90% of you, if not 99% of you, if not 100% of you, grew up with a scarcity mindset. You were taught that you work hard for your money. You were taught that money doesn't grow on trees. If you were, let me see some thumbs up or some mad faces or some sad faces. Or that's right, scarcity mindset, hashtag scarcity. How many of you grew up being taught that just stuff was hard to come by, right? In fact, I would like to know, is there anybody here that grew up believing, and you were taught this kind of stuff, believing that there was an abundance of opportunity? In other words, that everybody wanted to work with you, that everything worked out great, everything was easy, that if you wanted a private jet or if you wanted a $23 million oceanfront home, that was no problem. Like that was easy to get. Is there anybody that grew up in a lifestyle where you had that, where your family basically taught and modeled abundance? I'm not talking about the mom that says, babe, you can do anything you want to do while she scrubbed floors. And there's no disrespect for scrubbing floors. But I'm looking for somebody that says, anybody that just like grew up with family that your trips were on private jets, that abundance just was there. That's what I thought, because those people aren't watching this YouTube. They don't need what I'm talking about. But you need what I'm talking about today because you, like me, grew up with a scarcity mindset, that there was always a scarcity of everything. And there were things that just weren't us. It just wasn't going to be for us. Okay. So Preeti says, I not grew up that way, but I'm trying to model it for my kids. Awesome. Yep. So I grew up with scarcity mindset. So here's the deal. What you're modeling for your kids, by the way, this is so important. And what Preeti just said is so important. This isn't just about you. This is about your children. Okay, this is about your legacy, because your children do not believe what you say. They believe what you do. I'm going to say that again. Your children do not believe what you say. They believe what you do. If you tell your children you can do anything you want to, but you see them scared and your dad was not willing to, or they see you and you're their dad and you're not willing to talk to somebody because you're scared, then they're believing that there's scarcity. They're believing fear rather than courage, because they believe what they see, not what they hear. You guys, if you understand, if that makes sense, let me see thumbs up or mad faces or sad faces. Give me some reaction here. That's you guys on Facebook. You guys on YouTube, just give the video a thumbs up. There is never a scarcity of opportunity. What there is not scarcity. It's not that there's scarcity. It's that there's scaredness. You're scared. That's why you don't see opportunity. Because opportunity lies on the other side of the things you're afraid of most of the time. It's out of your comfort zone. That's what it is. So here's the message. Chase opportunity. Pursue opportunity. Believe and know that there is absolute abundance out there, and all it takes is massive action, because nobody else see the reason there is massive opportunity. I had one of my coaching members just took a $4 million expired listing. $4 million expired listing. Now I'm excited about that because their commission will be over $100,000, right? That's awesome. But here's the thing. They were the only agent that talked to them. The only agent that contacted them. The only agent that called. Yeah, but I use that Red X stuff and I use that Vulcan 7. All the numbers are bad. They're all disconnected and people hang up on you. Right. And you believe scarcity, and so you quit. You quit too easy. You quit too soon. Why does that surprise you, Mr. Hawkins? Listings in all price ranges expire. And if they're motivated to move, they're all going to relist. And most of them are going to relist with a different agent. But there's not many expireds here. Right. How many do you need? There's unlimited opportunity, my friends, every single day. Every single day. I've got agents that are like, their goal is to do 10 deals this year. And I got agents who go in January, have 15 escrows to close this month. What's the difference? Well, they're in a different market. No, they're not. They're in a different mindset. They're in a different belief. And because of their belief, they take a different set of actions. They take actions based on abundance, and they do stuff that builds momentum, They're out there pursuing every opportunity, believing it. There's never a scarcity of opportunity. What there is a scarcity of courage, a scarcity of belief, a scarcity of action. That's the gap right there. Okay. I love this. Al and Tosca, about 15 homes recently sold in my little town in New Hampshire. Can I get just 2%? No lack of opportunity. You're right, bro. No lack of opportunity. 1,500. If you get 1% of that's 15 deals a month. If you had 1,500 homes sell in the last month, I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about when you say recently. But I think 15 homes a month would be a good start. No scarcity of opportunity, guys. Now, let me just throw you a different twist. If you're thinking that getting a $4 million expired listing would be awesome. See, I think that's thinking too small. And this took me years and years and years to get to the point where I could figure this out. If you're thinking getting a $4 million listing is it like a massive win, and it is a win, granted, it's total victory. But is that the biggest you can think? You're thinking way too small. I want you to stop thinking about getting $4 million listings. Like I used to dream of breaking into the luxury market. And then I had somebody say, and this blew my mind at the time, and I couldn't accept it. I couldn't receive it. And he said, you have a plan to get these luxury listings? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. He says, well, when are you going to stop planning on how to list luxury homes and have a plan to own a luxury home? So I want you to stop thinking about, if you want to break into the luxury market, how about break into a luxury neighborhood? Not to be the agent, to be the owner. Not have a plan to list a $4 million house. What is your plan to own a $4 million house? You're like, well, I don't need a $4 million house. I don't need any of that crap. That's not practical. And I don't know what I'd do with that big of a house. Well, that's because you can't afford one. So don't talk. Does that mean you have to buy a $4 million house? No, but if you could buy a $4 million house, you have a lot of choices in your life right now that you don't have right now. There is not a scarcity of opportunity, my friends. There is never a scarcity of opportunity. There's an abundance of opportunity. And I'm telling you, whatever's happening in your world, in your market right now, if it goes really, really bad, yes, there's going to be so much opportunity. If it keeps going really, really good, the way it's been going, yes, there's going to be a total abundance of opportunity everywhere you look. Okay? But here's the deal. You're hanging out in the wrong neighborhood in your mind. You're hanging out in the neighborhood of scarcity. Now, where does that come from? It comes from all the stuff you've been fed your whole life. So there are things you got to change. If you want to change your mindset from scarcity to abundance, you're gonna have to change the way you think. You're gonna have to change the input that you're getting, which means the stuff you're reading, the goals you're setting. I'm telling you guys, my goals are ridiculous. And I get people all the time trying to get me to tone down my goals. And I'm like, I have no interest in toning down my goals based on your limited thinking. Your goals should be totally unrealistic because you have no idea what you're capable of. You have no idea what's possible. I don't want to get my hopes up. Well, then you're going to stay stuck if you don't get your hope up, your belief up. Now, here's another thing. I'm just going to give you this for free. Is if you're hanging around with people who are broke and have a broke mindset, broke mentality, you're going to stay broke. If people you're talking to, if you're hanging out, and it's family, friends, it doesn't matter. You're hanging out with them and you're associating with them, you're going to continue to think broke. Look at your friends and you are looking at your future. Look at your friends and you're looking at your future. Right? We've been taught this for years. You take the 5 closest relationships you have, the 5 people that hang out, that have the most influence in your life. You hang out with the most, you listen to the most. And that you're going to have a lifestyle just like theirs. The 5 people you actually hang out with, you associate. You look at your friends and you are looking at your future. Okay? Can't soar with eagles if you are hanging with chickens. See, I grew up raising chickens and I grew up being a chicken. Doesn't work anymore. And I really like ospreys better than eagles because eagles are a scavenger. Did you know that? The eagles will kill live prey. They're capable of doing it, but they're also lazy. So they'll go to a landfill and they'll live on crap. But an osprey is a predator. I love osprey. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation. There is never a scarcity of opportunity. If you got it, let me see thumbs up. Are you guys ready to raise the level of your thinking, to raise the bar on the way your mind works? I want everybody to put hashtag. I want everybody to do this. I got 50 of you on YouTube, 53 of you on YouTube, 41 of you on Facebook. Here's what I want you to put down. Hashtag abundance. Hashtag opportunity. Put something. Now, if this is a struggle for you, and it probably is, then here's what I'm going to do. Come to Double Your Listening Power Training Camp and spend 3 days with me so we can reprogram your brain. We're not just going to reprogram your brain. We're going to reprogram your molecules. We're not just going to reprogram your molecules. We're going to reprogram your business in 3 days. Reprogram your body, your mind. We're going to reprogram your molecules, which means the way you perform. And we're going to reprogram your business. doubleyourlisteningpower.com/live 2019. It's in the, I think it's in the post. I'll post it in the description of the video on YouTube here. doubleyourlisteningpower.com/live 2019. Come to LA in February for 3 days with me. If you're like, well, I can't afford to come, figure it out. That is a scarcity mindset. You figure out what you have to do, and then you figure out how to do it. But if you're negotiating with, can I do it? Now you're negotiating with your limiting beliefs. You understand what I'm saying? You're negotiating with your limiting beliefs, and your limiting beliefs say, well, that's expensive. It's so expensive to go to Los Angeles. No, what's expensive is the hundreds of thousands of dollars in commissions you will not earn this year because of scarcity mindset. That's expensive. You guys understand what I'm saying? Getting a $500 ticket to come to an event, booking an airline, booking a hotel room, paying for food, that's not expensive. Staying broke, paying interest on your credit card debt, that stuff is expensive. Missing out on 24 listings or 100 listings that you could take this year because you're scared and because you don't have the systems and the strategies and the skill set and the mindset in place, that is expensive, my friend. Staying stuck where you are, that's expensive. If this is resonating with you, you figure it out. Figure out how to get to Double Your Listing Power Training Camp, doubleyourlistingpower.com/live 2019. Yeah, flights are about $100 out of DFW right now. It's about right. A couple $100, you can fly here and back. One deal. Guys, one deal would pay for first-class airfare, hotel room, and food and drink, and your ticket. It would also pay for a VIP ticket, but we're already sold out of VIP. Hashtag figure it out. You're right, Jonathan. You guys with me on this? Play a bigger game. Abundance everywhere. There is no scarcity of opportunity. So go out there, win today. Start winning today. You believe, you take action, and you just got, I just got to find it. I got to find it. I got to find it. I got to find it. You're going to miss some opportunities. You're going to get told no. And that's just feedback. That's going like, okay, I got to get better. I got to get better. So somebody said, say it again. I'm not sure what you want me to say again, but go for it, guys. You know what to do. So have an awesome day. Play to win. Go to doubleyourlistingpower.com/live 2019. Get registered today. Hashtag figure it out. Thank you, Jonathan Hawkins. And I'll see you tomorrow. And always, always expect yes.